Friday, November 19th, and it's pretty early in the morning, around 9 or 10. MJ went to work, and Yeti still is jobless until next week. I did land a new job, but I'm not gonna start it until after Thanksgiving because it gives me some time to go and see a little bit more of Colorado, and I have some money where I've saved from my last job, so I mean I'll be all right for the week, and I can go take this time to go kind of see more stuff. Like today, I'm at a place called Fox Runs Dog Park, and it's also a national park, I think. It's just a wildlife area, and the wildlife area is called Fallen Timbers, which is kind of a funny backstory because when I lived in Wisconsin growing up, where I'm from, Seymour, that's home of the hamburger. We created this hamburger. No big deal. You know, we're nothing special. But anyway, we used to take these field trips all the time because our school didn't have a lot of money and we wouldn't go to cool places. So we went once every like couple of months to this place called Fallen Timbers, where because I went to a farm school where there was just about, I don't know, 300 kids in my grade, so there wasn't a very big class, and wasn't probably only 2,000 people in the entire town. So I mean, it wasn't a very big town, and they taught us survival skills at this Fallen Timbers place, where we would learn how to start fires with flint and steel, how to build shelter, how to stay warm, how to avoid hypothermia, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, pretty much everything that you needed to do to survive in the North. We learned that as kids in school. So now that I'm an adult doing the nomadic lifestyle, all those things kind of just really kick into gear, and I remember a lot of those days out in Fallen Timbers. And it's kind of ironic that I just came here as a coincidence and the trails were called Fallen Timbers. It just kind of brought me right back to home, and I don't know, one of those things that you just kind of think, maybe this place was just cut out for you today. Sophie and I are chilling on this bench though, with this outstanding view of Pikes Peak. And this bench is perfectly sitting at the end of the trailhead. And it says, in loving memory of Jane and Dan Glurklick from the Family and Friends, May 2007. So this thing's been sitting here for quite some time. Hitting up the dog park and spending some time with MJ on her lunch break, I got back over by where I just kind of was, which is northern Colorado Springs, and I went into Home Depot looking for some birthday ideas for my little brother who is having a birthday at the end of the month, just kind of seeing some stuff, and I saw this, and I've seen some vanners use this as their broom everywhere, and I think this would be so helpful because I have so much pet hair and so many like dust and dirt balls everywhere in here because it's just constantly open to the outside. This thing was only $55 in person. I think it sells for like $100 on Amazon, so I was like, what? So I definitely went and picked it up right away. I haven't opened it yet, so this is gonna be kind of like a little unboxing video. I'm pretty stoked. I do have batteries. It doesn't come with one, so I do have the 18-volt batteries. It did come with a 2-year warranty if you paid an extra $13. I did not do that, so I just got the device and its original lasting warranty. I probably should have got a warranty. It's kind of just a thing, just a pamphlet of all of the Ryobi devices to get you to kind of go through and buy whatever you can Ryobi. Here's the nozzle, which is made out of like a rubber. It's really squishy, which is pretty cool. Get this right out of the bag. I won't waste y'all's time. You know, this is just a blower, but it blows at 160 miles an hour. So anything in my van should now be coming out of my van pretty quick here. And I'm pretty stoked about that. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is nice. It's little, it's small. You can be detached and even smaller. And let's put a battery in this. I have here a charged up 18-volt battery. Simply click it in. And it should just work. Has 3 settings. That's 2. Oh yeah, I'll need it on the Oh yeah, that's nice. Well, we just made it out to our boondocking location for the night, and it's facing Mount Hermit. I think that's right, Herman? And I'll know more in a minute here. But we just camped out here in the parking lot. There's another van on the other side of us, another low topper. Waiting for MJ to get off work. I also picked these up when I went to Home Depot. It's 3 more puck lights. We have 1 puck light that Living with Little K gave us, and they change colors. You just hold it, and it'll change to red, green, blue, and then it'll turn off. And then if you hold it again, it'll go back to the white. The cool thing about these is that they attach via a magnet that's already built into the back plate. So you don't have to like put on your own things, and then they come with an adhesive magnet piece that's flat that you stick to anywhere, so they almost look like they're wired in lights. And that's why I bought 3 more bigger ones that have a remote, because I want to be able to change. These still have the same settings, red, green, and blue, and then white, and hopefully they're the same exact setup, because yeah, they seem to be the exact same. Remote controls, timer set for 15, 30 to 60 to 120 minutes. Yeah, so there's lots of little perks. We're gonna see if these things have adhesives and get these mounted up right now. I'm also going to talk about Mount Herman a little bit. It's 8,913 feet above sea level at the top, and honestly I think it's only about a half day to yeah, I'd say a full day there and back, but a half day climb maybe. Doesn't look too severe, but I'm looking at it with my eyes, you know, I'm not up close, and once you get up close you can see much more of the treacherous terrain. That's going to be a lot harder to just overcome. Alright, let's hope that this stuff comes with the magnets that I need. I always get nervous buying new things for the van because the van requires such specific things. It was $20, so I really hope that it was worth it. 3 of these shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully they mount up easy. Let's get them all mounted. So the lights are all wired up now. I have all 3 of them running down the same wood grain board, so that way they don't look all goofy and misoriented. But yeah, there's what they look like in here now. Look at how much light that brought in here. It's nice. It's nice that they came with batteries too. I'm actually pretty impressed, and I can just change them by pointing. And there you go. Overall, today was not really a cheap day. I spent about $240. I bought my little brother a couple of birthday gifts that weren't too expensive, but it was more or less the Ryobi blower, the lights, and the oil change on the rig, and then I also filled out the rig. So yeah, and I got another thing to do with the full synthetic high miles on here too, just to kind of protect it from oil leaks. It gets mixed in with my oil. Paid like an extra $10. Here comes MJ. She's just pulled up and I hear her. Now she's just kind of waiting to get all of her stuff situated, and she'll walk over here. It's only 46 degrees outside and 43 degrees inside here, and the 10% humidity inside, 30% humidity outside. Humidity level in Colorado is not too high. I know in British Columbia, where I watched Van City Van Life, his moisture level is a lot higher than ours. Pretty good that we don't have a high one. Hi, baby. You hate not being able to see anything? Whoop-ow! Never a problem again! How do you like that?
Wow! Those are nice. Wow, you can see so much. Where'd you get them?
Bought them today at Home Depot. It's morning time. Morning, MJ.
Good morning, Yeti.
It's morning in the van, and we've eaten some eggs, woken up to a sunrise, hung out with some sulfurs. We also were letting Sophie out here in this big field, and there were a couple other nomads down here in a skoolie and a low top. And we met the one in the skoolie, kind of told us a little bit about the person in the low top, and we're gonna go over and film the schoolie's rig today. So that's pretty cool when you meet people. But Little Living with Little K will be back here after work. He's working until about 6, and then it's gonna be a nice, just chill Saturday night. And then tomorrow morning, really, really early, Living with Little K and I are gonna get up and go summit the Mount Herman, which is right there. I can probably get a better shot though. Mount Herman. Just got finished with the showing of Alex here's house, Skoolie, and Tucker decided to jump in our rig and kind of join us driving over here. This is his paw. Yeah, we're kind of glad we didn't get a big dog like this in the rig. Would have been destroying everything. Adorable. Alex was kind enough to let us on his roof. It's steel. It's high up here.
Oh my gosh. I just heard all of my
All your bones crack?
crack.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, you definitely need a little like turf roof up here.
Right.
For sure. Just got back home to our rig from kicking it with our new neighbor Alex. He just went to work actually to go flip pizzas. Shout out to Alex. He's gonna bring back some pizzas, I think he said, so maybe we'll hold him to that word. If not, we're already gonna have chili dogs in here, so we'll probably be full anyway. There is another vanner right here that was here last night and knows Alex, and he says he's pretty cool, so we'll probably meet him too today at some point. And right now we are lighting a candle and putting on some heat because it is cold. It is only 42 outside and 52 in here. Just like that, it is now 72 in here and 40 degrees outside. I just shut off the Mr. Buddy heater. Ahab and Sophie seem to be warm enough. They can lay on the floor together, so it must not be that cold down here. That tells me that it's warm enough that I can chill out now. I'm gonna actually crack a beer. Tonight's beer of choice, a Miller High Life. Milwaukee's beer, you know? It's a Wisconsin beer. I'm a Wisconsinite. I have some for pleasures, you know? But also another Wisconsin upgrade. Upgraded this Packer thing, this emblem that I got for free. MJ painted it, and then I touched up the green paint. Now it's hung up, so it's green and yellow. Even move this light and kind of show you guys a little bit better. Oh yeah, that's on a homemade van life for sure, but it also brings back that homely feel of where we're from. Oh, for sure. MJ, what are you doing?
I am working on shirts, but I seem to have accidentally turned off the computer by moving.
Typical MJ. Did you save your project?
No. We've got the chili dogs going, and we're just enjoying them while watching the game.
Just a couple catching up on the Packer games.
No, I don't
More or
even
less
have a
fill
sink.
up in a creek.
I wanna,
It's like I've got. Let's see. I think it's in here.
like, you're just talking like one of those portable filters that you just put in like the thing and then it
Not the
filters.
portable one, but one that like actually bolts into the system and runs through the water pump and everything.
I feel like gold rush.
Gold found
But
in
it's just fun to get
Colorado.
out and go and play in the river, you know, play in the water.
That's
How
cool.
do you filter this out?
I could.
You just do a pan, right?
So yeah, this
Well,
this is
yeah,
like your
but-
snuffer bottle. So you like pan it out. This is like a little small pan right here. But
Because I know you like
yeah, I'll
scoop
just
up
show
the
you
dirt
real
and
quick.
you.
It's kind of hard to see, but it's 6 in the morning now, and living with little Kay and I just woke up to go summit Mount Herman. It's about an hour and a half, 2-hour hike. And I know you can't see it too well, but that's the mountain we're gonna go into the dark woods right now at 6. Hopefully we don't stumble across any bears because they're pretty prone here. And mountain lions, not prone here as much, but could run into anything, you know, up there. So gotta take it easy. We're gonna hike. We actually have the other nomad from our neighbor in the bus. Alex, he's gonna be coming with us on the hike as well. So yeah, we're gonna start hiking up there now.
Getting treats for the dogs.
We're hiking in the woods. Only what, halfway? Not even halfway there?
About halfway, I think.
About halfway. Hasn't been too physically demanding, except for the fact that I'm enormously out of breath. Inhaler! It's hard to catch your breath when it's cold.
It's like 7 in the morning, and Yeti and Lil K have gone on a hike up that mountain. They left at maybe 6. I don't know how far they are. I have decided not to go on the hike. I thought about it. It would have been really pretty. But honestly, it is so cold out there, and it's fractionally warmer in here. Anyways, Lil K didn't feel like having Jordy with him, so just hanging out with me while he goes on a hike.
So we're almost to the top, and we've taken a little 5-minute break. Alex, good guiding all the way up here. Yeah. We didn't have to spin around on the same trail 3 times, so that was better than our navigation skills. How massive. We're not at the top yet. Making coffee at 9,000 feet.
Yeah,
Well, it should cook itself, right?
We're close to the sun, that's how that works, right? And if you look right there is our van. Way down there on the valley. Way down there. Sophie, good girl. You made it all the way up here. Good girl. We're still bushwhacking through the mountain, Mount Herman. Coming down, sometimes we're going like 40 miles an hour, sometimes we're going this pace. Nice and walk through the woods. We're just kind of bushwhacking through trees. And it's not too bad, not too dense, it's kind of flat. The altitude isn't so traumatic. I mean, the incline isn't so traumatic. The altitude's still pretty high. Sophie is having a blast. Right, Sophs? Right, Sophs? Having fun? Just start getting out of the woods right now, back to the parking lot, back to home base, and we'll probably make the commute up the mountain to go find a new camp spot today. Whole mountain after our mountain breakfast, obviously, because I'm hungry as heck. Got into the Ronda, and Alex jumped into his rig there. Living with little K jumped into his rig there, and we're gonna start heading up Mount Herman Road. It takes us up a dirt road all the way up there, about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and it's gonna be pretty cool. We're looking for our next boondocking spot for tomorrow night. Paul, our other neighbor, is right there. We just met him. Another low top. He has a Great Dane in his low top, so makes my blue heeler look very, very small.
Spot here at Mount Herman and are on our way to the second. We're following Don't Be a Passenger in his rig up front, since he kind of knows this area better than we do. just
8,500 feet above sea level, no car, and it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that sounds cool. It's literally snowing now, so there's snow all over the road. MJ's making breakfast. What are you making, MJ? Get into the Cooking with Amy cooking show.
we are making French toast with eggs. French toast, we put cinnamon, milk, eggs, all in a bowl, and
Dip the toast in there and throw it on the frying pan.
and then eggs I make a certain special way that everybody loves. Basically, you just take eggs, you put the salt and pepper, and then cheese in the eggs while cooking. So it just kind of all mixes. It makes a really good egg.
I'm up next, so I'm gonna test these out. But it's actually currently really cold outside. It's 41 and 88 inside the rig. So the rig is so warm, but the moment I have the door open with the flag, and the moment you step out here, it's way colder.
You'd have no room.
And you can see my breath. How's it going, guys?
Talking about that Great Dane.
The food is great.
Food is good?
Happy.
Food is good.
I'm cleaning my rig.
You're cleaning your
Hey,
rig?
is that a pop socket?
No, it's a spring-loaded socket. It doesn't hold in any place. Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, November 22nd, the last day of our vlog, our weekend vlog. We are still up at our campsite up at Mount Herman, and everybody in our nomadic group that we brought up this weekend is still sleeping. It's only 6:40 in the morning. It's still kind of sunrise. We have the indoor lights on yet. There's MJ. And Ahab is right here, kind of enjoying the heater with me. Just kind of woke up and got dressed and turned on the heater because it's kind of cold. It's not super cold. It's only 50 in the van, 46 in the van, and 33 outside. Not super warm inside, but it's not super cold either. Now we're gonna wait for Don't Be a Passenger to wake up and Living with Little K to wake up, and maybe we'll have another breakfast or just kind of hang out for a little bit more time and then go our separate ways. That's the nomadic lifestyle. I think Living with Little K is actually gonna come down into town with us though and go do his laundry and stuff with us today. Don't Be a Passenger I will probably see in a week or so, because he in his rig has a diesel heater, and he was showing me and kind of telling me everything about diesel heater, and I just made the heat video talking about how I really wanted a diesel heater, and they costed anywhere from $500 to $1,000, but I've found a Chinese diesel heater that he has, and it was only 150 bucks, and he's gonna help me install it. So I'm going to have a diesel heater in this van within the next 2 weeks, and I'm super stoked. I already ordered it. I ordered it immediately when he said he could help me install it. As soon as he said he could help me install it, I was like, I'll go on right now to Amazon and buy this thing, because when you have somebody that has the tools or has the knowledge in something that you don't, and you're right next to them, that take advantage of that. We're all people. We're all trying to learn the skills that we each as individuals learn. So that's awesome. And I'm gonna get some super good help to get my heater installed, and I'm sure he's probably super stoked to just be able to provide something like that for some banners. So I mean, it's always kind of a win-win scenario. Coffee pressed coffee. Is it the freshest coffee you've ever had?
That's cheap coffee.
No, it's more like van coffee where you're like, it works.
Cheapest stuff I can find.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. I gotta say, well, I'm really happy that you came up here with us and we kind of camped together.
Yeah, no,
I got
it's
Hills,
been
bro.
cool.
Coffee.
You know, like everybody else I've met is, you know, like you're saying, older. Like Corey is 45. I didn't know, you know, I would have thought he was like 30, but he's like 45. Paula's like 55. I'm 25. All my friends are older than me. But
Yeah.
no, it's cool, like seeing people my own age.
Do it, yeah, no, and I think it's more rare to see the younger people doing it, really. Because when people our age are doing it, we're out there.
And those people
Way
are
out
also-
there. The
they're
people that are
also-
older live closer to where they
They-
can get to where the things they need.
The younger
Yeah.
people usually tend to be closer to their homes.
The van is dead, and we are trying to leave, and for some reason the van is dead. We don't know what killed the van. Maybe the light's not being turned off again. That happens. The switch is kind of bouncy. We've noticed that the switch kind of like bounces to off even when it's supposed to be off, so weird. But we'll jump the van, give it a jump start. It's not good for the battery to keep draining my little lead acid battery down to that much, but they're not that expensive, so I guess it's not that big of a deal.
We tried our little box thing and that didn't work. Then Don't Be a Passenger is helping us as well, hooking up a battery he has, and that also did not work. So our next one is to try Lil K's truck and hopefully it will start the van. Got the fan started. Woo! Did not work with Lil K's battery either. We found out that it was our battery. Something is wrong in the cell. So since we haven't had it for a year, we get to go get a new battery. Just a little quick clip here. We're all, doing YouTube and stuff, so we're all setting up our cameras and stuff. I'm way out in front, running back and forth, trying to get good shots. So the things you do for good shots when you don't have a drone, and all you have are your two legs.
Actually all out here currently filming, and it's funny because we're all just like running back to grab cameras and stopping to make camera angles happen. But I gotta kind of show you what off-road we're dealing with up here on Mount Herman at 9,000 feet. And my problem I keep having right now is I keep digging into this back of the hitch here because it's way lower than the rest of my rig, and it is messing this thing up. As long as I don't twist my rig up though, I should be okay. It's actually really nice that I can just climb under here right now with the way I'm at. That's Rhonda. The old rusty Rhonda.
PSA that we have found out: be careful on these roads, go very slow. There are a lot of blind corners. Otherwise, what might happen is that. I don't think they're getting that out anytime soon. They're definitely not pulling that out.
Oh, it says hold my beer and watch this, Colorado, on that bumper sticker right there.
Just to give you an idea of the angle, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I do not think I would have been literally.
I'm not going to because.
You know how fast they probably leaped out of the car seeing it tip right here? Because how easy would it have been that it just didn't? It's already lifted all the way up off the suspension. That thing was about.
That wall a little more, and he could have made it around goal.
And we just left the national forest that we were staying in, but right to my left here is Mount Herman, way at the top here. I know it's kind of hard to see right now. I'm on the dense tree line, but as soon as this will kind of be behind me now, we're kind of turning. Mount Herman was 9,000 feet above sea level, and we hiked in, I believe, an hour and a half hike all the way to the top, which wasn't bad, but we did it starting at 6 in the morning, and it was super, super cold, but very fun hike, very cool experience. Getting to the top of that mountain and summiting that mountain was the first mountain in my entire life I had ever summited, and it was a climb. It was a lot of work. There were 2 times where I had to pull over and just stop and sit down because I was so dizzy from just being lightheaded from climbing and putting myself through all that work, and I just wanted to give up and turn around, and I refused, and I told myself that I can make it, I can do this, it's all within me. And sure enough, we made it up to the top, and we had coffee. It was a great time. Meeting Don't Be a Passenger was a blast, and I hope that we can camp together again soon in the future and do some more off-grid lifestyle stuff. He's actually just leading us back into town now. He knew a better road that wasn't so washboardy, so we're like, yeah, absolutely, it's an extra half mile, and we'll definitely follow you that so that way we can stay on a nicer surface road.
Out of the mountains, thankfully we got to Batteries Plus, and they checked our batteries, said everything was fine. Good news, battery's fine. Good news, alternator seems fine. Bad news, what could it be? We're thinking maybe the starter, who knows? But now we're just trying to take a nice shower, and unfortunately the showers in Colorado Springs aren't the nicest. So we went to one, and the men's locker room was closed due to remodel, so maybe it'll get better. Hey. But that just means we're going to another one. So Lil K is doing our laundry. We're going to kind of switch chores once we are done showering, and then yeah, it'll just be nice to be clean. Maybe make the day not feel so meh. So what are we doing?
We are looking for some adhesive, essentially they're mock Tiffany glass.
Yeah.
It's adhesive stickers that stick to your windows, and they make it look like Tiffany glass, which would be cool because it would
like
allow
the city
for
lights.
people not to. Yeah, that one would look nice in your rig. It's been about 10 months living in this van now with MJ and Ahab, and only a few more months, maybe like 4 or 5 with Sophie. It's getting, honestly, I can honestly say it gets easier. It really does get easier when you have everything that you need, and if you could have everything you needed right off the bat, it'd be honestly so easy to transition from an apartment into a van or a box truck or a bus or whatever, just depending on if you had everything you needed, like heat and fridge and everything right off the bat, and dang, you're super fortunate. Whereas us, we had to slowly just build what we could as we could. And right now I got my heater going, my Mr. Buddy heater. It's pretty cold outside. It may look sunny and nice, but it is pretty cold. I think it's like 22 degrees outside, so very cold, and it's probably about 70 degrees inside my rig, which is super nice. Like, I don't even need a sweatshirt on, which is super nice. I have everything I could possibly need. I have a fridge freezer right behind this door. Is my Bouge RV fridge right there, and that's a dual zone, so I have both a freezer and a fridge, which is pretty nice. I also have my heat going, so I have heat. I have a bathroom, which is my shit bucket, and I'm pretty happy with that. I don't really honestly have anything to complain about other than the fact that I can't stand up, and it's not the biggest deal in the world. So I think that maybe a little bit more room to put things and have things just so I don't have to dig 5 things out to get one thing would be pretty cool. And in a low top van with this many people and animals, it's really hard to have that kind of room. I understand why we don't, but once I upgrade, I hope that those will be the things that'll change, is just have more pacing around room and room to just kind of do my own thing. Maybe a bathroom with like a shower so I could shower during the day too and I never have to go to the gym. But slowly but surely, I will build the rig. I think that if you guys stick with us on this channel long enough, you'll see the rigs that we're gonna build. We're gonna be coming across a lot of things because I build them myself, and I'm only 23, so I have a lot of years to learn more carpentry skills and electrical skills and just honestly mechanical skills as well, because we build them on vehicle chassis. So I don't know. I think this is definitely where I'm gonna be for the next at least 5 years. At least 5 years. I would say 10 years would be a better guess, but I'd say at least 5 years. I just wanted to let everyone know that it kind of gets easier, you know? Like, it's not gonna always be the in-demand van life that I know happens to a lot of people, and that's what discourages them from living this lifestyle.